Cincinnati, we gon' rise in the jungle, we unite in trippin' orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Now who got 'em, who rockin' on? Now who wanna move crossing on? Now who wanna move out on? If you got stripes and you let the city know you rock 'em, yeah, we got 'em, yeah, we fought 'em. Like that black and orange on bottle, bingo bottle, never stop it. To the beast and know who they rockin' with the diamond stripes, flossin' on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen, we gon' show the world.
What's up, everybody? This is Ted Karras with the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cincy hat, and you're watching Bengals and Brews.
You're watching Buckeyes and Brews, because fuck that team up north.
I got Bearcats.
Yeah, and you got the Bearcats on.
They're playing right now.
I got Vanderbilt, Tennessee on, but hey,
yeah, I got you, though. I got you. OH.
IO, baby. Michigan's a tough team, man, and they've had the Buckeyes number. And the way it started out, man, it's like every other year, I'm like, here we go again. The quarterback's going to melt down, throw an early pick. They've done it the last couple of years with Kyle McCord and Will Howard. And Julian Sayin did it again. But man, great resilience from him. Bo Jackson, though, was the X factor of that game. Like, he was an absolute star in that game.
Yeah, when he threw that pick, I'm like, oh crap, here we go again. I'm like, oh, but then they got the momentum back and they dominated that game. I know all the Michigan fans, and rightly so. I agree with them. They're gonna be upset about that touchdown call, which me and Dale both talked. I didn't think it was a touchdown. I didn't think he had the touchdown there, but but they turned around and took over.
Yeah, the defense, they stepped up a lot. But, yeah, we'll talk about that touchdown because, I mean, it was great play. Go downfield. It's fourth down. It's like, I don't know about going downfield on fourth down. But, hey, Jeremiah Smith, he absolutely cooked Zeke Berry on that route, too. It was a great route, but it did look like he bobbled that ball.
Oh, he did.
I didn't even think about it. I'm like, what are they replaying if he crossed the goal line? And then when they showed it, I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, crap.
It looked like he fumbled it, and it looked like he lost possession, and when he gathered it back, his foot went out of bounds. And I was like, oh, that is huge, man. And then when they said touchdown on the field, I'm like, we'll take it. I didn't personally agree with it, but I'm a Buckeye fan, so honestly, works for me.
And TCU just went down the field and scored on the Bearcats first drive. That's not good.
Oh, oof. Yeah, Josh Huber's a pretty decent quarterback. TCU has Eric McAllister, pretty good wide receiver for TCU.
We have stunk the last 3 games. And if, I will say this now, if Satterfield loses this game, he should be fired because he's only won one more game than he won last year. And we're bowl eligible, which is great, but we were fighting for a Big 12 championship, and now we're not. And we lost. I'll give a look. The Utah game, I didn't totally expect to win, but you can't lose to Arizona at home. And you sure as hell shouldn't have gotten blown out by BYU. Anyway, we're talking Buckeyes here.
Yeah. No, I mean, hey, you'll have plenty of time to be mad as we're going through this show, unless they turn it around. I'll give a little blame to myself because I do the draft guide, and I was like, oh, Sorsby, man, in a weak quarterback class, he could come out this year and be a guy. He has sucked ass ever since. I moved him back to 2027. There's no way he can come out. He's not
that play. Last week, I think it was against BYU, where he runs out the right side, and he's got plenty of room to keep running. He probably could have ran for first down. Decides to chuck it and underthrows it, and it's an interception. Like, that's the crap he did last year. I'm like, damn it, we're doing the same stuff we did the end of last year. I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah, and I did title this Buckeyes. So, if you're tuning in, you're a Ohio State fan, we will talk more about that game. Jeff will be talking some Bearcats, so I don't want to, and we'll probably talk about the Bengals game because we haven't talked about it between the two of us since the game happened Thursday, and that was awesome. So we'll be bouncing around a little bit of everything. I want to do a show because my Ohio State Buckeyes won that game, and I'm excited, man. I'm like, coming off a Bengals victory on Thursday against Baltimore was awesome. And then it's like, I could be right back into damn, I hate football. I hate you so much.
But hey, What a weekend so far. The Bengals won Thursday. The Buckeyes won today. Hopefully the Bearcats will win, but it's a lot better than last weekend where every team I rooted for last weekend lost. Elder lost in the high school playoffs. Then the Bearcats lost twice. They lost in the basketball game and they lost the football game. And then the Bengals lost. Like, oh my God. And then FC Cincinnati lost. Like, God.
Yeah, this is a good place to take it, James. I appreciate the question. How many first rounders getting drafted from Ohio State in this upcoming draft? I think
5.
Well, I mean, let's run through it, right? Like, so Arvell Reese, my number one player. We'll see if he stays there. And I don't think he'll get drafted number one just because, like, is he a linebacker? Is he an edge? There's still some questions with that. I think he'll be great at either one. And he's my number one player because I think the upside is tremendous still with him. So there's one. I mean, no doubt he comes out. I don't know why he'd go back to school. He's going in the first round. He's going in the top 10 to 15 picks at worst. Caleb Downs. If the Bengals win some games, you're probably not even in position, even though safeties don't get drafted high. You know, if we're picking 15 to 20, I mean, you got to win some games to still be picked.
We're going to pick last because we're going to win all these games. And
we're going to be picking 32 because we're going to win the Super Bowl as Bengals fans. That's the hope, right? You got to give us a little hope. We're going to run with it and be irrational for a week.
Exactly. We're allowed to be. We've had a bad season.
That's right. We'll take what we can get. But obviously, Caleb Downs is a first rounder. Like, I mean, if he gets out of the top 15, would be surprising. But at worst, somebody takes him, 16, 17, like we've seen Derwin James go. Kyle Hamilton went like 14th. You know, I mean, he is every bit of one of those guys. And he's a culture changer, leader, coach on the field, like all those things. That's like, he's a good football player, but he's all those X factor things on top of it. So there's two. Like, you can pencil in two right there. Mm-hmm. And then Carnell Tate, who coming back, him and Jeremiah Smith off of injury were both great today. Both had long touchdown catches, whether Jeremiah Smith was or not. And we had talked about that. But Carnell Tate is just a dude. And he showed it once again. I think it's a no-brainer pick. And the way the Buckeye guys are translating to the NFL and just being studs in the NFL, he's going in the top 15, top 20. There's 3. He's my wide receiver 1, if we're being honest here. So there's 3 guys. Then you start to say, okay, Sonny Styles, the other linebacker who is fantastic, who I love, he could slide to the second. I don't think he does because this is a guy who played safety originally, but he's awesome. He showed what he was again today, blitzing off the edge, playing linebacker. He can cover, being a former safety. I think he does not make it out of the first. Selfishly, when the Bengals were picking high, and maybe they still will, still a lot of season to go, but, you know, they won a game. They're 4-8. They're still fairly high pick. Selfishly, I was like, Sonny Styles in the second would be phenomenal. Ultimately, I don't think he gets there. And we'll see how the, Big Ten championship and the playoffs go. But that's 4. So that's 4 Buckeyes that I feel pretty good saying 4 are going in the first round. Now, I'm probably forgetting some guys. And chat, call me out if I am. If there's any other guys that might be first round. But then you got guys like Igbinosun at corner, Jermaine Matthews, if he declares at corner. Trying to think.
He had a good game.
Yeah, he had pass interference. He had 16 last year. He's 4 this year.
Yeah, that one he got today was they won, but that was kind of iffy.
Good call, Josh. I knew I was forgetting somebody. Caden McDonald, Big Mac, the nose tackle, and it's once again he's a nose tackle, so he's not going to be super pass rusher. But he declares, to me, he's a first round pick. Now, does he go? He's one of those guys that, to me, will probably be fringe first, second. But, man, he's the best run-stuffing defensive tackle in college football. Like, a team that needs to stop the run should draft Caden McDonald. So that would be 5. And there's a real chance he goes. So they have a chance to have 5 players drafted. And 4 of them big defensive players. That's how good that defense is, how talented. But we mentioned other guys that, could be top 100 players. Kenyatta Jackson. Fantastic game from Kenyatta Jackson. And that dude is an athletic freak on the edge. Caden Curry's had a great season. I think Caden Curry's more like a man. Maybe you get him on day 3, 4th, 5th round, and he's the guy who outplays that draft position. But yeah, a lot of talent, a lot of good prospects. Kenyatta Jackson has year eligibility. I kind of think he should go back to Ohio State for a season. Keep stacking what he's looked like in the second half of the season and be a first-round pick. That's where I'm at with that. And, Jeff, I know I'm boring you to death because I'm talking about many draft prospects. But, I love the draft, and I'm mixing it in with my Ohio State, and I love that question.
I'm trying to tweet this out here or put the link out for people to come join.
But offensively, they're still young. Like, Sayan's not eligible. Bo Jackson's a true freshman. Jeremiah Smith's not eligible. So Max Clare's another guy I didn't mention at tight end. I don't see him going in the first round, but I think he's a day 2 guy all day long. He does have a year eligibility, but I think he declares the transfer from Purdue that they have. And the O-line, the whole O-line should be back. Like, there's no reason for it.
Oh, they're all young. They're all young. Sorry, I'm typing and there it is.
Oh, you're good, brother.
I'm actually on a group called Ohio State Bucknuts. I'm trying to share it on there, so maybe we get some Buckeye fans on here.
Well, and you know what? If there's any Buckeyes fans tuning in that maybe aren't familiar with us or the show, you do Sports with Strawberry Ice. I do Bengals and Brews, but we're doing a little something different here, combining our shows, but doing a little Buckeye and Brews, and you're watching your Bearcats with some Brews.
I am. I'm watching the Bearcats with some Brews. So,
but I'm going to toss the link out in the chat too. So if anybody wants to hop on and give some thoughts on that game.
So I have a question for you,
on draft stuff, and then we'll talk a little Bengals later in the show. Obviously, we did a post-game show for that the other day.
I know. I was wanting to join, but I was driving home. Question for you. To me, and I know you don't like looking ahead, blah, 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 blah. But to me, the Buckeyes are the best team in football, hands down. I don't think there's anybody close. How confident I'm pretty confident. How confident are you as far as going back-to-back here?
Man, I don't know. I think it's such a hard thing to do. They obviously answered some questions. They've got the running game going. It gives me more hope than I had. Because I know they were beating a lot of people, but even as a Buckeye fan, I try to, be honest. Like, how many teams had you really played? Like, Penn State wasn't who we thought they would be, all these things. So you're going to face some tough challenges. You're going to face Indiana in the Big Ten championship.
Right.
And you could lose that game.
Yeah.
But I say keep winning, keep stacking wins.
That's going to be a tough game. So what's your – all right, this is another one I want to ask you.
I don't know if I would – I don't even think they'd be, necessarily the favorite. I don't think anybody should be the favorite. When you have a 12-team playoff, it should be that way. Kind of like Ohio State last year, Notre Dame. Those weren't the favorites going into the playoffs. Anybody can get hot. It's kind of like the NFL, but it's I think even more so. But, hey, Ohio State has a chance to do it. It's just really hard to do. So
that's why I say
confidence level that they can repeat. I would say 55% just based off the way the run game and the defense and things like that. And that's high. That's high for me to say 55% chance to repeat, just to give a number.
That whole thing, like you said there, when it's a team that gets hot, that's why I always say don't let the Jackpot Joey and the Bengals in the playoffs because you never know. Yeah. So question, I think Ryan Day losing again last year changed him because just listening to how the guys on the broadcast and Gus Johnson and I can't remember the other color guy talk about how in the playoffs, Ryan, like all the Michigan game, he always played it real conservative, and it would drive me nuts. In the playoffs, he didn't, and you told, but the first play of the game was a go ball deep, and it didn't work, but they were going aggressive. I think he went to fourth down at least 3 times. And the last one there to end the game. I like that about him. I think that if it sucked lose that game last year, but to me, if they don't lose that game last year, I don't think they go on the run they went on last year and running into this year because it changed the way Ryan Day calls games.
Maybe changed the way he called games, but also that team was so pissed off, embarrassed, whatever, and they were able to have tough talks and really, come together. And that's once again a shout out to like Caleb Downs' leadership for this year, because he was one of the guys that was like, no, we got to take all this national title shit down from last year. That's last year's team. This is a new team. That's before the season. And like, that's the leadership you're getting, like, hey, yeah, we won it last year. Good. That was last year's team. This isn't last year's team. And a lot of the guys they're counting on weren't guys that played a lot last year.
No, they lost a lot from last year.
Bo Jackson was in high school. You know?
Yeah. That's crazy. You had in the quarterback. I know he's a redshirt freshman or whatever. I mean, for him to play as good as he has, and that's the thing is they said on the pregame, I think that Ohio State's losing a lot of people and they might not be as good next year. I'm like, hell, they lost a lot of people last year. Yeah. They're still good. So I mean, and how many times they said about Alabama? And I hate Alabama and Nick Saban, but every year he was always good, no matter how much he freaking lost. How many people he lost? And with the transfer portal and everything. Ohio State's got the money. They can keep this rolling for a while, I think. But I feel pretty good going into the play. But hey, I'm happy they freaking won. I'm very proud of the Buckeyes for not doing the dumb shit that Michigan did last year. Trying to plant the flag.
I was tweeting that out like as the game was out of hand there toward the end. I was like, don't do it. And I know a lot of people were like, do it. You got to be just as petty as they were. I'm like, the difference is even last year, they had nothing to play for. That was their Super Bowl last year against Ohio State, and they acted whatever, and it's just not a good look. I don't know. Maybe that's the old head in me now.
I'm with you.
I'm like,
that.
man, keep it classy,
Well, the flag's not going to stick to the ground anyway. It's field turf. So what are you going to do?
and like Michigan after the game, they had their players standing there, and it's like you're standing there because you think you almost think you deserve that payback because that's how y'all acted. But I always just say, do better in general. And you don't need that. And the Buckeyes have stuff to play for going forward. So it'd be really dumb if somebody got suspended or let's say some dumb fight breaks out and you're doing this and someone punches somebody that's wearing a helmet and they have a broken hand and can't play in the damn Big Ten championship and playoffs. Nothing good happens in that scenario. So I was glad it stayed classy.
How shocked were you that the Michigan player did not get thrown out immediately for headbutting the ref?
Yeah. And Jason Barham,
he didn't drill him, but he's still hitting.
Prospect, man. This is a guy who can rush off the edge. He is what they tried to do with Demetrius Knight early in the season. That he really can do that. He can play linebacker. He can rush off the edge. So good player, number one. I'll give him that. But yeah, he lost his head there.
Yeah,
he even headbutted. He should have been ejected.
He should have been.
But the refs, it's one of those things. They threw the flag. It cost them a first down, instead of a third. And that ref's like, you kind of hit my hat more than anything, probably. I kind of like that the refs didn't change.
They were trying not to make it about them. The refs were trying not to make it about them. And Michigan fans were going, well, then why did they let that touchdown be a touchdown? I'm like, yeah, okay.
Because I guess they felt they couldn't overturn it. It's hard to tell. It's a weird thing too when you're running that far down the field, you bobble it. I don't know. Once again, we started the show by saying we thought maybe that wasn't a touchdown.
We think it was a touchdown. Yeah, exactly.
I'll get James's question here. He's asked it a couple times. The best 3-tech is Peter Woods from Clemson. And the stats don't really back that up this year. I think he had 2 sacks unless he got one today for the whole season. And that's scary, but it's an interior player. The pressure rate was still good entering the week. It was over 16%, 10% stop rate. Those are numbers that typically lead to Pro Bowl players. And his numbers were even better last year as a pass rusher with 21% win rate. So to me, it's Peter Woods. Now, it depends where you're picking. I still think this guy is a guy that goes in the top 10 of this draft from Clemson. But other than that, your defensive tackles this year in the draft, it's very nose tackle, run defender heavy. So unless the Bengals can get a Peter Woods, then you probably just don't go interior pass rush early.
He's going to be a late rounder?
No, Peter Woods is a top 10.
Okay, so yeah.
To 15.
The Bengals aren't going to get it because they're going to win Super Bowl. They're going to draft 32nd. So.
And like I said, he hasn't had a huge statistical season, but he's still been very good. I don't know where the Bengals – I always think the best strategy, and, we can talk about this, Caleb Downs, Peter Woods, this
best
player, that player.
The best player available. Whoever the best player available is at that draft point, pick it. Don't reach.
That's what I was going to say.
That's
what I was going to say. You just take the best player on your board.
Especially when you're drafting that low.
Well, yeah, when you're drafted 32nd after
Right,
the Bengals
exactly.
win the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Right.
duh, exactly. I mean, right now, honestly, they're well. All right, let's put it this way. Let's say they win, they lose the next two, which I don't think they're going to. But that's just me. I got my orange colored sunglasses right here, just for everybody. They win the last three. You're still gonna be you're still gonna pick pretty low. The chances are with Joe Burrow back, Jamar back, T back, they're gonna win some games. They're gonna pick pretty low. So.
Yeah, and Thomas, that's a good point. OSU had the ball 23 minutes of the second half today. Like
dominated.
They out Michigan in that second half. Like they were running the ball. The defense was incredible. Like that's why I'm like, and Ryan Day, like you want to set that tone, but you can come out and you can throw deep and you can take the deep shot that they hit to
in
take.
The snow. And that was impressive too. They were throwing deep in the snow.
Yeah. But then you still grind it out. And I cannot say enough good things about Bo Jackson as a freshman.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he turned like he turned like 2-yard gains or losses into 20 and 30-yard gains. Like he was incredible today.
Dude, that first one he had where he kind of he ran around the corner, slowed down, and I thought I'm like, oh shit, he's going to get tackled. And he stuck his foot in the ground and boom. I'm like, oh my God. Because he literally almost stopped. And then whatever. That's some
filthy.
Elite. Yeah, just elite cutting ability, however you want to say it. It was unbelievable. I mean, and he's a freshman, so he's what, 19? I mean, hell, Smith, the big receiver for Ohio State.
Jeremiah Smith,
yeah, he turned 20 today. Today he's 20. 20. Yeah. These guys are they're both younger than my kids.
Bro, I seen a take. And I think it's a Ravens fan. But we follow each other. And usually he don't have like super terrible takes, I don't think. Could be wrong. I don't remember the guy's name. But at one point early in the game, he's like, Jeremiah Smith is Xavier Legette, the guy who went in the end of the first round a couple years ago to the Panthers. Bro was like 23 when he had a good season at South Carolina. And I like Legette. Trust me, he hasn't panned out in the NFL the way I thought. But in what world can you compare Jeremiah Smith, who just turned 20, who's been one of the best receivers in college football for 2 straight years, to Xavier Legette, who didn't have a breakout season till his 5th year in college? Like, what are we doing? Like, some of these takes are just so ridiculous.
He's the best player in college football, dude. And he still can't come out.
He's up there.
He still can't come out. He's only a sophomore.
Yeah,
he's got to play one more. You got to be out of high school for 3 years. He's got to play one more year. So Ohio State's not losing him. It's insane. I mean, he was, dude. I've never seen I have. I'm not a wide receiver. I've seen a freshman this good. His name was Maurice Claret. He was pretty good.
Oh God, man, Claret was so good, and he tried to challenge that rule to go to the NFL, and then
screwed him up too.
Yeah. Screwed his whole freaking career, man. He was so good. I mean, they definitely don't beat Miami. That's one of my fondest memories, you know. I had just graduated high school when that happened. So, don't add those years up. That means I'm old as...
No, that means I'm older than you because I was married and already had a kid.
Hey, I put the link out in the chat again. Finna rip a heater. I'm still here. Just so you're going to...
Finna rip a heater. He's going to
rip a heater.
I ain't ripping it.
I think like with the Buckeye game, you know, now that the regular season is winding down, there's still some games here, but some of the guys that were in the mix for the Heisman, and there's still some to be played today. What are your thoughts? You know, because you're not.
That's a good question because
I think it's wide open somehow. And
that's where I'm at. I'm like, I don't know.
I think the conference championship games should matter. Like, I hope these people aren't sending in votes early because they don't have to. Right. They can wait till after conference championship.
And they should because
I'm like Mendoza versus Sayan next week. Like that, I mean
that they could knock each other out or knock one will knock the other one out. I think it's head-to-head matches, and those things should count, especially if you're going for this award. And it's been a really fun college football season, but there really hasn't been like there's been one dominant team, Ohio State. I can say Indiana, but the rest of them have been so up and down.
Dude, I love college football. I think college football is so fun. But yeah, there has
a crazy year.
Standout guy, and it's typically a quarterback award.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe it shouldn't be this year.
It might not. I mean,
Man.
what about the kid from Texas Tech, the linebacker?
Well, the linebacker, yeah, Rodriguez. No,
Yeah.
he can win some defensive awards. I don't think he's a Heisman.
I
but
don't think he's going to.
There's a running back from Notre Dame, the best running back in this draft, Jeremiah Love. Now, his numbers and what he's done this year are Heisman worthy. Like if he rushes, I don't remember the exact amount, but if he rushes or has a certain amount of all-purpose yards today, and it's not out of the questions with the way he's been playing, he'll break like Notre Dame records. They've had some good running backs. I don't know, like Jerome Bettis and guys like that. You know? Come on now.
By the way,
so Jeremiah Love should be firmly in the Heisman conversation, in my opinion.
By the way, the UC game's in a weather delay, so I switched it to Wisconsin, Minnesota right now.
Well, screw that. Put it on Oregon. That's the one I wish I was watching. Oregon, Washington. It's 3-0 Oregon because that has some implications for playoffs too.
Oh, there it is. I see it now. There it is.
You can keep me updated on that because that's another one I can't currently watch.
There you go. I got that.
And I got your Vanderbilt update that no one cares about.
No one cares about.
Well, it's 2 top 20 teams. Vanderbilt's 14, Tennessee's 19. It's 7-7. Vanderbilt just scored.
So what do you think of their quarterback? He's got a shot at the Heisman.
I don't think so.
No,
I mean, he has numbers,
but he's had those moments, dude. He's had those Heisman moments, and he's turning that school around. I mean,
yeah, but his mom is cringe as fuck. Did you see his mom last week? Like, come on, man. I think Theo Vaughn's smashing that. Like,
he might be. He might be. You never know. Theo,
like. You're eliminated from Heisman conversation just because of all that cringiness, man. No, we'll see. We'll see what he does today. Like, and he's a good player. He's a good college player, but he's also like 47 years old.
Yeah, he's not going to be an NFL player. He might.
I got him as a UDFA. Like, he would have to switch positions. Like, can you play fullback? Like,
like he's too short and don't have a strong enough arm. But he's a really good college player.
Yeah.
So what was your emotions going into this Ohio State game? Did you actually? I was pretty confident, but I mean, I'm always confident when most times.
Man, I wouldn't say confident. I was kind of like, I think we're the better team, but we've been the better team a lot of these games, and they show up and they're at home, and the way it started out. I lost all my confidence. I was like, here we go again.
I was wavering. Like, oh, no.
But when you held them to 2 field goals after a turnover and after their first drive, and, I was like, okay. You withstood the early punches, and it was 6-0.
Ohio State was doing the same thing they were doing last year. They would get down there, and they were getting field goals instead of touchdowns at the beginning of this. I'm like, oh, crap. This seems like a lot like last year. And then it all changed. They took that. I mean, you say it'll change on that touchdown, non-touchdown, but it did. I mean, I think defense he played better.
Yeah, man, it was.
Defense wasn't playing that great when he first started.
Well, and Jordan Marshall injuring his shoulder. I know he tried to come back in the second half.
Yeah.
And they didn't have Justice Sane, so like I'm not making excuses for Michigan, but
that other running back they had that he was a walk-on, he was doing pretty good for a little while. Then Ohio State shut him down.
Yeah, and I wonder if they would have Marshall, but Marshall's one of the I think Haynes comes out this year, and he's my second running back on the board for the draft. And he's injured right now, but he was that good for them early. And then your second guy is Jordan Marshall, and that's a guy who's going to be back next year for them. And I think he's going to be in the conversation for a top running back in his class when he declares. So it's like to not have both of them hurts.
Oh, yeah.
And Bryce Underwood is young, but he did make a couple throws that impressed me. And he didn't have any big turnovers. Their freshman quarterback from Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to be good, but it's just like, good. Man, you're going against a different animal. You're going against a bunch of pro players. We talked about.
He missed a lot of open throws. He was checking the ball down way too quick. There's at least 2 or 3 of them where he checked it down to the running back or the tight end or something, and one of his wide receivers was breaking wide open as soon as he's checking it down. That's freshman mistakes.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like you can say, well, Sayan's technically a freshman, a redshirt freshman, whatever, or a sophomore, however you want to classify him. First game action type stuff.
Right.
Oh, we got Kevin here. He's going to talk some Buckeyes.
Outstanding. Hello, Dale. Hello, Jeff. Thanks for
What's
having
up, Kevin?
thanks for having me on again. An outstanding game by Ohio State. Great to see. Shout out to Ryan Day for not pooping your pants against Michigan this time. That was just great to see. And
it wasn't that he just he looked calm and collected in the early storm of Michigan. The turnover, everything. He didn't look a bit panicked, and I think winning a national title, as you mentioned, Jeff,
That's what I'm saying, yeah,
was huge.
Well, and I think that was the biggest deficit that the Buckeyes had this year, and they came right back.
6 points. What's 6 points?
Right. But that's the way it was. That's the biggest deficit.
But sorry, Kevin. Go ahead, brother. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's okay, Dale. So no, I just think that it's just you could probably tell Zeke, I like Ohio State right there.
Yes, sir.
But this is just awesome. He finally got it done, and he frustrated me so much because how he could win every game, but then when it comes to Michigan, he'd shit his pants every year. And it's like, what? I don't get this. Like, what are we doing here? Just why? But finally, he got it done. And it was just great. It was great to see. Finally, Ohio State beats Michigan. And I also think, in my opinion, he learned the lesson the hard way, that the last 4 years he thinking you can do this, pretty boy stuff with Ohio State, Michigan. You can't. Ohio State, Michigan is men. It's big boy football. Who's ever tougher, physical, gets more rushing yards, wins. And Ohio State did that this time, and they won. And it's just so great to see. So shout out to Ryan Day and Ohio State for finally beating Michigan.
Well, you say that, and they beat them by they got the lead by passing the ball. They didn't.
Yeah, I was going to mention that too, Jeff.
So, yeah. So I mean, you're right, and they ran the ball better than I've ever seen them run the ball in Ryan Day's tenure. So yeah, you're right on that, Kevin. But they didn't waver from what they are. They are a passing team. Now the Bengals need to take note of this. This would be a good way to win some games. And I think the Bengals have done better at this lately. But they just ran the ball down their throat the second half after they got the lead. But they did get the lead by doing what they normally do, and that's passing the ball.
But I would say that because they got those big passing plays, because they were good running the ball, that opened up the passing game.
Yeah, it helped. But they came out aggressive, and Ryan almost tried to overly prove that point last year about being physical in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And he came out passing the ball, which might have helped open up the run. It does all go hand.
Well, because Michigan was scared about that. Michigan didn't want to get beat over top because they got NFL wide receivers. Ohio State does. So you knew Michigan did not want to get beat over top. So and he was like, all right, we're gonna go for it right off the bat. And then Michigan got that interception, and then that kind of changed things. But then Ohio State didn't change from their game plan. They still threw the ball and they ran it consistently enough. But once they got that lead, it was Pound City, baby.
It was great. It's a great feeling because last season I jokingly trash talked to my cousin Baylor, who's a big Michigan guy, Ohio State's gonna beat Michigan and all this other stuff, and hey, Michigan, thanks for all the good players you give the Blue Jackets and all this stuff. And then Michigan beats Ohio State, and then Baylor comes right to me well, this is awkward. Michigan won. Shit.
Yeah, you can't say nothing at that point. You just got to take your ass whoopings, and it's nice to be back on the end of giving the ass whooping. And man, it was enjoyable as an Ohio State fan to watch that game.
Yep.
So he's still in a weather delay over there, Jeff?
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know how long it's going to be. They got the Wisconsin game on Fox now. Just flip it back.
It's.
No, I mean they're playing games in snow, but we got lightning in Texas, so we can't play.
Yeah,
I saw that. It's really cold up there in Minnesota. A lot of snow.
Bro, in Ohio, dude. Also, the Ohio State Michigan game, the weather, the snow, everything was awesome. Man, come on. That's just it's big boy football, as you said, Kevin. And it's
that's Big Ten football. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But that's true. I when I was watching the game today, I thought that same thing. Dale's like, man, it's snowing, that's cold out. This Ohio State, Michigan, this is perfect. This is what you want it to be. This is what you want it to be.
Well, and it's funny though, because a lot of people are like, oh, well, this weather favors Michigan and this, that, and the other. And it's like, you think Ohio State don't play in the cold?
Right, exactly.
Like,
It's
bro,
in
I'm 2
West
hours
State.
away from everything. I'm freezing my balls off with the heater on in my garage right now. Like, it's cold here too.
I was wondering what that was to hit the ground.
My dick.
Oh, I thought it was your nuts.
Oh, dude, it's so good. So this time I didn't say anything to my cousin Baylor. Like, you know what? I learned last time. I'm not doing it.
Yep.
Well,
I'm
now,
not doing it.
Kevin, now you can. So you wait till after it's over.
Yes.
I tell everybody that. I don't do that. I'll start talking shit during
Yeah.
the game.
You're
And
the
then
king of Burrowhead there.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What I'm talking about. Still calling.
Man,
it
I think everyone should spam Drew Garrison with some OH.
I already did.
All right. Yeah.
I was one of the first ones.
Hey, I mean, and listen, I've said good game to him the last few years after. Like, hey, man, he loved to talk that shit, Drew. I just sent one. OH.
All right, yeah.
Twitter.
I think I was the first
Like,
one. I did it before Bangalore even got on. And I should say, go Bearcats.
Go Bearcats, Jeff.
Yeah, I know. We need them to actually start playing. It'd be great because that's the game I wanted to watch. Because I want them to get over with because I want to watch the Survivor Series tonight.
Oh yeah, you got that. You got the War Games action.
Yeah. I'm not planning on going anywhere because did you see my Facebook post today, Dale?
No, I
so-
barely get on Facebook.
So I'm gonna tell everybody now. I just put personal stuff up there, but I fell down the stairs this morning.
Oh shit!
Why?
I didn't do it on purpose, Kevin.
Well, I
Yeah,
know that.
Stairs, Jeff.
So I couldn't. So you guys know I work at nights, so I'm on vacation this week, so I couldn't sleep anymore. So I was up at like 6, then I was like 6:10, then I was like 6:20, and then I was like 6. Like, screw it, I'll just get up. So I got up. I had my socks on, and I grabbed my shoes and stuff, and got out of the room. So I was trying to wake my wife up because I wanted her to sleep in. So we got wood stairs, which I took the carpet off our stairs a couple years ago. It's just nice wood stairs. So I'm stepping down there. I'm not running down there or anything. I take one little small step, and I go, whoop, my foot almost hits me in the head, and I come down and bam, slide all the way down there right on my hip. Felt wonderful. And I wake everybody up in the house. I was trying not to wake anybody up.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm all right. It hurts. But I mean, the dumb thing is I did it 2 years ago. It hurt worse 2 years ago. I guess
You got a beer?
I do now. I didn't at 6:30 in the morning.
I was gonna say, like, no, I'm saying, like, you're gonna need them beers to hit so you don't feel like shit tomorrow. If it don't hurt now, it's gonna hurt tomorrow.
Probably.
At our age, Jeff, come on.
Yeah,
now.
no, exactly. Well, dude, I did it 2 years ago because I had shoes on 2 years ago. I ran outside in the snow, and I was coming downstairs real quick to do something. I did the same thing. That one really hurt,
Man.
So yeah,
But
note yourself: do not fall downstairs.
no. But you know what? Bengals big game on Thursday. That was awesome. Just fun to watch.
So Dale loved this. I did a reel today that's on Facebook, and everybody go check it out. It's also on YouTube Shorts. That we're all Buffalo Bills fans this Sunday, of course. That the Bengals are the only team in the AFC North with 3 divisional wins, and if the Buffalo Bills, which I think they will, beat the Steelers, that gets us even closer. And then next Sunday, Josh has never beaten Jackpot Joey.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd put that out there. I don't know if I'd say it. Like, you know,
I already did. It's already out there. It's already out there. Well,
no, it's a huge game.
He's won 6 in a row last year. He's won, 9 in a row now, I think Joe Burrow has.
My thought is, like, every game is a playoff, you know, and hey, you're 4-8. You put yourself in the position to be 4-8. You know, Joe Flacco played some good football. The defense played bad. The defense showing signs of life.
Defense played pretty damn good Thursday night. I was impressed.
It's the 3rd week in a row they've played.
Yes, I've been very impressed with the defense. I mean, not that they're going to be all pros or anything, but they're playing horrible, so there's nowhere to go but up. But they played a lot better, especially Thursday night. Turned the ball over 5 times. They got 5 turnovers.
And you won't get that every game, obviously, but there's flashes of good football between like Miles Murphy. I think Jordan Battles played better. It wasn't he did get kind of cooked on that, but he made up for it, knocked that ball out, which was the game changer. But in general, he's played better for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Joseph Ossai has been awesome. He's top 25. I've talked about it on Twitter, and pressures in the NFL. He's top 25. He is tied with a guy like TJ Watt in pressures on the season. Yeah, I mean, that means something, right? He's going to be a free agent, so that part scares me. Even Barrett Carter, who, like, during the game, I was like, you can't move forward with Barrett Carter. But then I watched the game back, and I'm like, he didn't play that bad.
He had a couple good plays. He's getting there.
And he's starting to stack some decent You're just hoping to see growth out of these young guys because you have so many young guys on the defense. Whether you make the playoffs or not, that's what I'm most excited about.
Exactly. Yes.
Seeing who's going to be a piece of the future. And I feel like Al Golden has really shown that
he started blitz more.
I kind of know who I have and who I can work with and getting a feel for the NFL and these things. And that's looking better. Now we'll see. My opinion could completely change after this game against Buffalo. But I thought my opinion from decent 2 weeks where we lost those games, the defense has really showed signs of life, was my thought. And
for me.
They came to, Baltimore, and I was like, this is a different animal, a bigger test. Well, they passed that with flying colors. So if they can do it again in Buffalo, I think, and then you get Baltimore again, but I think we have reason to be excited. Why can't we just be excited?
That's it. I'm just excited. Two things for me. One, I think Al Golden is blitzing more, which I've been wanting him to do. Second of all, he's finally playing McKinley Jackson. McKinley Jackson is making some plays. I'm happy about that. What's up, KP? Are you surprised of how McKinley's playing?
He only played 9 snaps, to be fair.
Still made an impact, though.
I think he needs more snaps.
I
just
agree.
Needs more snaps. The one, and I was like, man, his anchor on this, like the dude, just like you talk about filling a gap discipline, doing your job. It doesn't have to be flashy, but you're strong as a fucking ox at the line of scrimmage. I mean, Caden McDonald's going to be that in the NFL, to go back to Ohio State for a minute. Like, the dude he is a game changer, but McKinley Jackson, he's not Caden McDonald even, but holy shit.
He's playing better.
McKinley Jackson is a guy that you move forward with, and it's kind of criminal. He was inactive for weeks,
I got the one clip that you posted recently, Dale, that I really liked. It was Miles Murphy or someone where the Ravens offensive lineman thought he had him, and then he just swung around him and with the little bend and got to him. It was just great to see.
Osai, the bend that he displayed was super impressive, and that's versus an all-pro left tackle that the Ravens have. So yeah, there's a lot of good things the Bengals are putting. KP, we're talking some Buckeyes, but we're also talking some Bengals now and everything. What's up, brother?
Man, they did it to us again, didn't they?
Gave us hope.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I'm all about hope, KP. You know me, bro. I'm all about hope. Let's go.
They dirty for this shit, man.
Those sons of bitches done went and gave us hope.
Hey, it reminds me, KP, I don't know if you're a Reds fan, but it's just like the Reds season this year. Every time I'm out, they pull me back in, and that's what the Bengals are doing this year.
That's it, bro. It's like, and then, you know what? This is the cynic in me, but I think they got a real chance to beat Buffalo, and I'm only saying that because they don't have a number one.
Yep.
So by them not having a number one and Keon Coleman being the bust that he probably going to be, Turner can guard a tight end, and they'll be fine. So if Turner guards whoever the tight end is, they'll probably be fine because the tight end is who they're going to. They don't have a number one receiver.
Are you saying you have a solution to cover the tight end finally?
That's the best solution for us because I wouldn't put Bat or Stone on them or the linebackers because
Dax could do it too, though.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah, you got a couple dudes,
Yeah, so you could go with either one of those guys, but like you said about Osai making the plays that he made, like that also goes into the theory that you have all the time, Dale, about the guys who have just enough bend that they just don't draft, like the linebacker size guys. They just don't draft.
Osai was a linebacker at Texas, so like he's one of the rare guys.
Yeah, and like we were banging on the table last year for Mike Green. Like I understand that they didn't pick him, but I just see what he could be. And he was getting close. He got close a couple times the other night.
Dude,
But
if we got Campbell or Malachi Starks, it'd been freaking awesome. I'm
yeah, so like
that would piss me off.
like they pulled us back in with it, but the thing that's heartbreaking is that, like you said, they played Jackson now, and we still don't know what he actually is, but he looked decent when they played him.
Well, that's
So,
the thing
like-
is hopefully he gets more. He need, like Dale said, he needs to get more snaps. You need to, and I would anticipate that, because why the hell? Well, one, I don't know why he didn't play him in the first place. It's now he's kind of, it seems like to me, he's spoon feeding him. Like, all right, you did this, okay, you did that good. Okay, now go to this level. You know. That's what it seems like to me.
His production versus what they paying him cannot be so far off of what they're overpaying for BJ Hill right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make sense to pay him almost $12 million for the production that you get. You don't get it. Doesn't make any sense. So you drafted the two young guys. You play Chris Jenkins. It's not like Chris Jenkins is just lighting it up, right? He's not.
No.
He's been okay though. Like I do need to watch it closer, but like he's generating some pressure at least, like on the stat wise the last couple weeks, that I'm like, I'm not seeing that in game wise. So I do need to go back and focus on him.
Yeah. So but it's just like, it's crazy because now you're at a point where, okay, if we win this Buffalo game, we got a chance to really seize the opportunity. Buffalo and then Baltimore, and then you got those three losing teams at the end of the season.
Well, we got to root like hell for Buffalo this week.
Tomorrow.
Yeah,
Buffalo tomorrow.
I think they can pull that out because I just think they will. I think they will.
Like most years, I would say no chance in hell should we talk playoffs. But if Buffalo beats Pittsburgh, the two teams in front of us are 6-6 and we're 4-8. You still have a chance to win the damn division. Like, legitimate chance, because you play Baltimore. You know, you've got to beat Buffalo. You've got to beat Baltimore. You have to do these things. But like you guys said, then the schedule is some teams that are very beatable. And you can never overlook anybody. Hell, you certainly can't when you got 4 wins. But you got Joe Burrow back, a defense that looks like they're improving. And I'm sorry, I'm usually not this guy. I have hope that there's a chance.
I'm rubbing off on him, PK. I'm rubbing off on him.
Iceman rubbing off on all of us because, like, watching that game is like, okay, they end up pulling it off, and Baltimore looks like they're falling apart in front of our eyes.
The thing that kills me, and I know people will say it's play calling, and it could be. We should have blown them out by more. We should have scored a couple more touchdowns.
Yeah, they should have beat them. They should have 40 points, man.
Yeah,
they should have 40 points. Man.
They should have. Yeah, and me, I really look at it as more Joe was rusty, because Joe, you can see Joe is rusty. He missed Jamar. He missed Jamar on some different things.
24 of 46, 52%.
Yeah, but
he was.
That's not Joe Burrow.
No, exactly. So that's where I put it more toward Joe is rusty. That's why. They did. And one thing I didn't like, and I don't know if this was Joe or this was Zach, but on the I think it was the very first one in the red zone where we hurried up on first down and went and snapped the ball real quick, and they just crushed Chase Brown. I didn't like that at all because Baltimore was ready for that. So I don't know if that was a Zach call or Joe. Let's try to catch him off guard. That didn't work at all.
I got a question for you guys. Somebody put it in the back. Yeah, I think that's the key, is just to stop Cook. I don't think there's nobody that you have to double, man. They don't have nobody that you double for the Buffalo Bills. If anything, the guy that's probably the most threat is the little guy, Shakir.
Well, you got Josh Allen. You got to watch Josh Allen running out of the backfield too.
Well, as far as him running out the backfield, I mean, that's the linebacker's job, and the ends, they have to contain that because
which we've had problems with now.
Yeah, well, that is scary if you think about it, because you think of Barrett Carter in space. And listen, hey, I can admit, like, when I tweeted about Barrett Carter, like, that's not a guy you move forward with. He's played better. And he played better in that game after I tweeted that, but
see, that's
I
the
still
only
worry about him in space. I ain't
see,
gonna
that's
lie.
the only bro, that's the only thing with the excitement of it all is that if they do make it, we get the status quo.
Mhm.
We don't get them to change nothing.
I know.
That's the bad part about the like taking this. So
Well,
like
but the
if he
only thing,
runs off,
KP, for me,
oh,
KP, the only thing, I'm sorry I cut you off, but
go
the
ahead, you
only
could.
thing with that is like Al Golden, like I want to see that this defense is better because it's his first year as a D coordinator in the NFL. And
Man,
like what he did at
gotta
Notre
pay
Dame
some
was
guys.
pretty damn good. You know what I mean?
Okay, let's look at it that way then, Dale and Iceman. We gotta look at it that way. Then they gotta pay some other guys. They can't bring
Oh,
back
no.
the same squad on
No,
defense
they
and
got
try to feed that.
No,
Yeah,
They
no.
can't do that.
They got to get to some free agents this year, and I look at it this way, and they can sit there and say, spin it this way, that it took Al Golden this long to coach these guys up, but the guys you drafted, Miles Murphy, and I was going to Miles Murphy and this year's Samar Stewart, they keep drafting guys with potential. Well, Miles Murphy is finally looks like he's starting to show some stuff. It's been 3 years. We haven't got
He's
anything
23 years old.
Yeah, we haven't
Yeah,
gotten
he's still young, Ice. You right, y'all right. But that's the problem. Like
that's my point. Is they need to take the layups. Like I'm going to bang this drum. Campbell and Starks were sitting there. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
they're ready to go.
Right.
Ready to go. Come off the bus. Ready to go.
Take first and second. Take the layups. Because you needed a linebacker and you needed a safety. Draft one of them too.
And you needed them to start right now.
Right.
And just like this is the frustration part about that is that we watched the Eagles do that with Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell, Jahad Campbell. They just kept doing it and they keep doing it. And they're stockpiled now with picks on defense. Mm-hmm. And the only problem that they're having is they got a quarterback that they can't rely on.
Yeah. See, my whole thing is this. Even if that happens and they run the table and they win the division, they make the playoffs, yada, yada. They can't forget what happened the first 10 games and what they've done the last
and that's the dangerous
4 years. Well, that's where I'm like the beat writers, fans, like you can't, and I think the national media, you can't let them forget. You can't, they're not escaping that part. They can go win the Super Bowl this year, and I'm still gonna be like, well, that's great, but
bullshit. They win the Super Bowl. Nobody tell me nothing.
You should have a better. Like I'll still go back and look at our draft picks. It took that how long? I'm like, we need impact players. Like, because literally, like, because two guys that are first round picks that make an impact. You could have drafted me. You didn't draft either one of them. Good, KP.
Well, I don't think Campbell played. I don't think he played for Philly in this last game. So I don't know what's going on with him. Listen, I was a Campbell guy, so I try to be fair to everything. You know what I mean?
I think Ice is right, man. Is that it's just an unfortunate thing, man, to watch them do this over and over. And the problem with it is they may not change. And if they don't change, man, they're going to waste the prime of those three guys because them are the only three guys that, okay, you can add DJ Turner, right? Because he's a surprising.
Oh, that's a dog, man. He can be extended after this year. I'm extending him.
Okay, so they should extend him for 10 to 15 or whatever they're going to pay. But if they're going to let Trey walk and they don't pay him, they got to pay somebody else, bro. They have to. There's no way you can let that man walk out the building and just get a comp pick, which would be a third rounder or something like that. And then you don't sign nothing else. Like they have to.
I've been all about keeping Trey, but what I've seen from Murphy and Osai, like that's the key. If you're going to let Trey walk, and listen, there's still the rest of the season to be played because I know some people are like, hey, come on now. You can't be just giving out these contracts. I'm like, but Osai's he was our pressure leader when Trey was playing. He was getting more pressures than him, low key that no one realized.
No.
So I want to keep Osai, but it's like at what price? And Mulligeta's his agent. That'll be a thing. But if we let Trey walk, I feel a little bit better. And listen, I know Stewart's done nothing this season, but you still drafted him. He still has talent. You hope year 2, maybe the lights come on next year, along with if you could keep Osai. And Seth Johnson, 6th round. Love that pick. Still loving that pick.
We was begging for the kid to get some play. Like, bro, everybody that we beg for to get some play, when they finally do play, they do okay. They don't do no worse than the guys that's been starting.
Yeah.
Stone, DJ, man, Geno Stone been stealing money for 2 years, man.
Well, you know what we're still missing is an interior defensive line pass rush. And I know somebody asked that question in the chat, and I was like, it's kind of Peter Woods or bust if you're talking about early, but there's always guys.
Yeah.
And it is something.
Yeah,
there's
there's always guys that they can get for third down specialists, and they
How's
never
the free
do it, bro.
agency?
They never get third down specialists like we want them to. They never do it, man.
Fine,
They never pick a smaller guy that can come in on third down and be the pass rush guy.
See, I was watching one of Jeff's shows recently when he had Santori on, and basically saying, I'm paraphrasing it, but basically Santori said that if you sign Trey Hendrickson again, most of your cap space is gone and your defense is already bad, and then your ability to fix it basically goes down the toilet.
It's if they tag him. They could sign him, and that would help.
Okay, so that's what
because tagging him takes up so much of it. But we would have to have the Bengals get creative with contracts, and I don't want to speak for Santori because he knows more about contracts. But I know he has been all about and I'm glad you mentioned that, Jeff. The franchise tag it just eats up so much of the cap because it's the cap hit. All of that cap hit is right away.
Right. Because I was one that was saying tag him until Santori explained it to me. I'm going, all right, forget that. Don't tag him. I say either sign him or let him go. And even if we let him go, we still owe him like
$6 million.
$6 million. Yeah. So
do we want him to come back? I mean, obviously we do. Let's not be greedy off of one win for 4 losses.
Yeah, no. I want him to come back, but just for the salary cap and having room to sign other guys, I don't want to tag him.
I hope if he comes back that they don't forget about the guys who have looked good for 3 straight weeks. I think that imagine Trey, okay, you're kind of nursing something. You're coming back.
Hopefully.
How about I have you on third down? You know what I'm saying? Like a third and obvious. And just you're active to rush that passer.
I mean, are we sure he's coming back? I mean, this is
no, I don't know.
Yeah, first it was a back, then it was a hip. Now it's sports hernia, and I've been hearing some other rumors that it's something else. So, which I don't want to speculate on because I don't know if any of it's actually I don't have any of it confirmed. But that's where I'm like, he might not come back this year. Who knows? But
they said he needed surgery a couple weeks ago. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, for that sports hernia, but the thing is, the bad thing for him, I'll just put this: the bad thing for him right now is say he doesn't play the rest of the year, he's not going to get the money that he would have got last offseason. Nobody's going to pay him what he wants. He's not which in turn helps the Bengals, so they could possibly sign him to what they were offering him to begin with, which Blackburn said he should have taken it, which I don't know what they offered him, but yeah. KP's gone.
It's honestly though, man, and I have not I love Trey and I love everything he's done here, and he is one of the greatest pickups we've had. And he is different rushing the passer. You need to get a stop. I mean, that's the guy I want. Yeah. I want on the field to try to get a stop and get after the quarterback on a third or fourth down.
Just think of this: if you add him back into the mix, the way Miles Murphy and Joseph Ossai playing, that and he's can be. Let's say 90% Trey.
Well, I just want to say, but he is now going to be on the wrong side of 30.
Right.
He has had multiple back issues and injuries and hip or back or whatever. And how much you pay him and tie up in your salary cap does start to make me question. But listen, my opinion, once again, can change, will change. If we're not getting pass rush, but I love what I'm seeing out of Ossai, Murphy, Sed Johnson, guys like that. And I'm sorry, but I'm going to include Shamar Stewart. The fact that Shamar is still a first-round talent, you draft.
Oh, I'm not giving up on him. Yeah,
other teams would have drafted him in the first.
Yeah.
So I say that. I'll continue to say it. You hope that you see that. The whole reason I didn't want to draft him was I said we already have Miles Murphy going into year 3 who needed time to develop. Shamar Stewart is the same guy. It might be year 3 before we start to see him do stuff.
That's it goes back to my point. We need to draft impact players now. We're saying the same thing. And I'm not out on Shamar. Hopefully he comes back and does something this year. If not this year, maybe next year. He's not going anywhere. He's on the contract.
No, but I'm legitimately, for the first time in 3 years, excited about what this defense can be. And part of that is Al Golden saying, I want to do the youth movement and I want to give these guys reps. I want to play them sink or swim and see them grow. And these are guys I believe in. They're my players. And that has to mean something. As a fan, it means something just to be like, okay, if they're playing bad, I'm going to say they're playing bad. But if I'm seeing progress like I did in 2 losses the last 2 weeks on the defensive side of the ball, I also said that. And then they win this game, and I'm like, in Baltimore on Thursday night, and they've been a bane in our fucking existence on those Thursday night games in Baltimore. And we went out and kind of put belt to ass on them.
The thing kills me is if our defense, we always do this as Bengals fans, but if our defense played like this in the Jets game or
the Jets and Bears are going to kill us.
Yeah.
We knew when those happened. But hey, I'm not
There's
even
still a chance though. I mean,
there is a chance, but I'm not even thinking playoffs for this year. I want to see who are pieces going forward for the defense specifically, because how many articles and how many times can I say it on this show, how much we invested in premium draft picks on
those guys. Yeah.
Yep. So
and it's like you want to see it.
How surprised? Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry, you're done. Sorry.
No, I was just saying we're starting to see progress, and I'm excited about it.
So did they find a diamond in the rough at number 35, which I cannot remember his name?
Jalen Davis, he's been here forever.
Yeah, did they find a diamond in the rough in him? Because he's starting to make some plays.
Man, he's been here forever.
He's playing more than Fig. He's playing more than Fig is.
He hasn't done that much like in years past. But there's no way you guys could watch that game and not feel some Mike Hilton in the way they used him and the way he played.
Exactly.
And he played well last week.
Same thing, Dale. I was thinking the same thing. That's because that's what.
But he's not young. Like, he's been around here for 4 or 5 years.
I don't give a shit. This year, this year, he's making the plays. He's exactly, because I've been saying that for the last couple weeks. We missed Mike Hilton. We missed that guy coming off the edge out of corner blitz, and a little dude just lighting people up. And I've seen it from him at least the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, he'll be turning 30 in February. So, like, he's no young pup.
Just hit the stride.
I love that. Yeah, he's just coming into it. I don't care. Like, he's playing good football. And like you said, maybe it's not long-term sustainable for future years, but it's for this year.
Yeah,
he's playing great.
Yeah, maybe this year, maybe next year, who knows? But either way, that's my point is whatever Al Golden's doing, it seems like it's starting to click. Like, it was the growing pains. And Zach talked about it. Al Golden talked about it. And you said it, Dale, they're willing to go through the growing pains with this young defense. And it would be nice if it clicked a little sooner, but it looks like it's starting to. So, like you said a million times, and I've said it too because you said it, is we've got so many premium picks on that side of the ball, which is what the Bengals should have done because they spent so much money on the offense.
Yeah, it was the right thing to do. Right. We just didn't know if they were the right picks.
Right. And maybe, I want to say maybe, because I see for more than 2 games or 3 games, maybe it's starting to turn the corner, and maybe we're starting to get something out of these guys.
All right, KP. Thoughts on Jalen Davis? Anybody else? Maybe KP's out a minute.
KP's muted.
Kevin, you got any thoughts on Jalen Davis or the Bengals game from Thursday? Any of these young players on the defense that excite you?
Oh, by the way, Oregon's winning. I didn't tell you.
Well, they were winning 3-0 earlier. What is it now?
10-0 or what's
10? Yeah.
Yeah, it's about to be 17, I think, if they get
they're the better team. Like, I expect them to win, but it was one of those I would keep an eye on.
So. Damn it.
So this is what I'd say, Dale, is that that game on Thursday night was just so damn awesome. Just so cool. Like Jeff said, we kicked their ass. And it was great. Joe Burrow Good game. That throw to Yoshi Vash for the touchdown. Wow. What a play. Evan McPherson, he's good again. Money, 6 for 6 on field goals. That was great. And all season long for the, I don't live in the Bengals TV market, so I don't get to watch him a lot. So watch him on Thursday, that was cool. But, I mostly pay attention to what's going on with the Bengals through Twitter and Dale's show and Jeff's show. And every Sunday you see, I wonder what's going on with the Bengals. Like, well, the offense had a good game. Oh, that's awesome. They scored like 30, 40 points and, 4 touchdowns, 400 yards. All right, cool. Oh, the defense sucks. Oh, they let the Bengals down. Oh, that's why they lost the game. And I remember the game against the Bears. That one I could actually watch because it was in the TV market. I'm in the Chicago area.
You should have watched that one, Kevin. That one was a bad game.
I know.
I was at it.
I know.
We got the onside kick and still freaking lost.
I know. It sucked. But like I was still watching the game, but I was still kind of following along through Twitter. And like I remember it's late in the game and the Bengals tied it. I'm like, no fucking way, let's go. Yes. And then the defense sucked and blew it away. It's like, oh damn it. So like there's been a whole range of emotions all season from damn it to this is awesome to just everything in between. And for the defense to be just so, for the most part, so bad, and yet to be a little more promising in more recent games, including the game against Baltimore, where you look really good and you get 5 turnovers. It's just awesome. And playing the young guys, showing what you got, that's good. Because like you've all said, the Bengals have spent a lot of draft picks on the defense, and you need to see what you have of these guys so you have a better understanding. And just play them through the good and the bad, and just they'll learn. They'll learn from it. Build up the defense, and it's just going to be great.
Yeah, like I said that I want, and I asked the guys on Bengals Now. I went there Monday, and I asked Tanner Hudson this. I said, "What does it mean getting Joe Burrow back?" And I said even earlier than he was supposed to, because
did you tell him to make a one-handed catch against Kyle Hamilton in the end zone?
I didn't. I wish it was a hell of a catch. I wish I didn't. I wish I did. But he said, it means everything. And Eric All was there, and he's recovered. He'll be back next year. But he said the same thing I've been saying, is to watch Joe Burrow work his ass off to come back when the season could be lost. There's no real, I mean, a lot of Bengals fans like, there's no reason for him to come back. Just let him sit out the rest of the year. And his whole thing was, I'm a football player. And I'm like, yeah, he's a football player. Like, all right, let's put this way. He's so focused on his health and football, he wouldn't eat the turkey after the game, because if you heard his quote afterwards, he didn't know who cooked it, didn't know how it's prepared, any of that stuff. He wants to make sure he knows exactly what he's putting in his body. This dude is all football all the time, and all he wants to do is play football and help the Cincinnati Bengals win. You got your leader that focused. Getting him to come back, that's got to be a boost, even for the guys on the defense. Because that's where I think I do think it brought them a bounce in their step or something, because things changed last week on that defense. They had that goal line stand. They kept out of the end zone 9 times, I think it was.
Yeah,
that was just, those things matter. And that's where, when you have Joe Burrow and you have that, you always have a chance. So when everybody says, I'm crazy, you can't win 6 in a row, bullshit. Yeah, we can. And like I keep saying is, don't let the Bengals in the playoffs, because I still think the Chiefs.
1 week at a time, Jeffrey. 1 week at a time.
Well, 1 week at a time. We're winning this week in Buffalo. How about that?
I saw a clip on Twitter, and I want to say it was a couple months ago, but the basic idea of the clip, it was Patrick Mahomes, and he was mic'd up, and he found out that, like, that it was probably from like years ago, but he found out that the Bengals got into the playoffs, and he was kind of on his face like shit, because like he knows that Joe Burrow is one of the few people that can actually beat him. And then another one's like, oh, they didn't get into the playoffs. Like, oh, a little sigh of relief that because he didn't have to play the Bengals. And I agree with Jeff. There's issues with the Bengals. Their defense isn't very good and a whole bunch of other stuff. But you know what? You don't want to play the Bengals in the playoffs because they're the type of team that you don't want to play. Their offense is awesome, not just last season, but even this season. They've shown that Joe Burrow and the offense can cook people again and again and again and again. You don't want to play that in the playoffs because that is a pain in the ass to
Let's
play.
talk about
again.
the game come up this Sunday. I said Joe's own Josh, and the thing is, Josh has played good in big games, not every game.
No. Come on now. We got to go all the way back.
We got to
go all the way. We got the game this Sunday is Pittsburgh versus Buffalo.
Buffalo. But I mean, you can't really say Josh has played well. I mean, he's played decent in some of those games against Patrick.
He hasn't played great.
I mean, he's never had a game where you're like, yeah, they're going to win because of the way he played.
No, he did.
That was the Arrowhead 13-second game, but that's the only one.
Oh, my God, that was so bad on that
team. but yeah, so, I mean, I always feel like
I want to play good this Sunday, though. Sorry,
I always feel they blew their shot that season. And when they blew their shot, it just changed their whole roster after that. Kind of like we're in the second phase of Burrow's roster builds. You know what I mean? Because the first one was with DJ Reader and them. So now he's in the second phase of that. So like they have to hit on whatever they pick next year. Now this was going to bring me to Dale. I really think that they need to go safety and possibly D-line, maybe interior on this draft. And
safety and interior for me.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm seeing because the way that they just drafted 2 linebackers, they can't really just keep expending on that unless it's like a LeVar Arrington type of guy coming out. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be like a so phenomenal guy.
But KP, I still stick with this though. Wherever they draft the best player available. If that player is a linebacker, then draft it because I want plug and play players. That's me.
Well, I'll expand on a little of that. Like I think it's once again Peter Woods or bust, as I said earlier. If you want the interior rusher,
right?
But the safety class is really good.
What do you think about Penn State safety?
Zakee Wheatley?
Yeah,
I like him. And he's one of the few guys on that team that has kept playing when their season was going downhill.
Yeah, I like him. I like him like a Kyle Hamilton type of guy. As far as that length and that size, he can cover a lot of space, man.
There are so many good safeties. Like Kamari Ramsey from USC is a guy. He plays a little slot corner there. Some different stuff. Like Finneman from Oregon. I'm not as high on as I think a lot of other people. Maybe I just don't like white safeties. I don't know. Maybe but I'm just saying.
Just saying.
Maybe I just don't like white.
No, the safety class as a whole, like Genesis Smith from Arizona playing good football, by the way. There are so many dudes that I'm like, I think you get a safety in like the 3rd round.
Second or third.
It can be a dog. It can be a dog.
They have to hit. They have to hit on that pick because they can't go back in. If you keep Battle, you can't keep Battle and Stone. You got. I mean, if you're gonna keep Battle, you got to get
Battle showed me a little bit like. But yeah, you need the ball hawk guy. It's not going to be Stone. His contract's up. He's gone. Like low key, what if the Falcons move on from Jesse Bates?
Based on the money, yeah, I could see that happening because they did take Xavier Watts, the guy that we thought that we should have got.
Yeah. We're all going to regret that one.
I do too. I think so too. So oh my God, yeah. It never.
Let's go on and on and on, KP.
No, but I mean, some of these were obvious. You know, like Watts was there in the 3rd. We thought he could be our 1st round pick. You could have got him in. Hey, listen, I'm happy with our 3rd round pick. Being Fairchild.
Mm-hmm.
That's been a great 3rd round pick.
Yeah.
But in the 2nd round, you tell me I could get Xavier Watts even, I'd taken Fairchild in the 2nd, Watts in the 3rd, or vice versa over Demetrius Knight. And I know he got the pick, but that was a Miles Murphy
It's
play.
Nothing against Demetrius Knight. He's playing better. It's more of Like
he's 26 years old.
He's older, and like you're
Yeah.
saying, we want if you can get the impact players now,
Yeah.
go get them. They're sitting right there. Caleb Downs, Andrew.
Andrew, yeah, it's Caleb Downs, but I'm just saying, I think the Bengals win enough games, and whether they beat Buffalo or Baltimore in the next 2 weeks, they play Miami, they play Arizona, they play Cleveland. Like, there's some games at the end of the year that I don't think we're in a position to take Caleb Downs for the Bengals, to be honest.
Nope. Like I said, we got, regardless of what happens, like I said, let's just say they lose the next 2, which I don't think they're going to. They're most likely going to win the last 3. So that puts you out of getting any of those guys anyway.
Yeah, Nostradamus, you're talking about Amari Farrell. They have 2 good safeties for Indiana, but Amari Farrell is probably the better draft prospect for this year. The other guy has 4 or 5 picks on the season, so it ain't like he's nothing. I don't want to downplay him, but Amari Farrell is another one of those guys at safety. There are so many safeties. And like, I know I'm forgetting 4 or 5 that I love because I'm just trying to rattle them off the top of my dome. Like,
well, can I do something here? Because this is the Buckeyes and Brews here. Well, Dale, I want your opinion. Can you break down off the top of your head the Big Ten championship game? Like, I think it's gonna be a really good freaking game. I think it might be. Oh, it's gonna be a playoff caliber game. I think. I don't think. I think Ohio State's going to win. I don't think they're going to go in there and blow Indiana out because we see even if they do, we've seen Indiana come back. Go ask Penn State. What's your thoughts on this game, like the matchup wise? What's the keys to this game in your opinion?
Well, I will just start with matchup wise. It's something that anybody that watches the draft or follows the draft or you want matchups like this. I'm not even a big quarterback guy per se. But like Mendoza's been my quarterback 1 because I think Dante Moore goes back to school. I don't know about Ty Simpson. Arch goes back to school. A lot of like it's going to be a good quarterback class next year, but I don't think it will be this year. But like Mendoza's that guy that could be the one this year. Mm-hmm. Him having to face Ohio State's defense, that's what you want to see if you're a scout in the NFL. You want to see Mendoza versus the Ohio State defense. And for Indiana, they're going to want to run the ball because then they can do more of their RPO stuff. Mendoza can use his legs. They can throw quick passes out to Surratt, to Cooper. Like that's what they want.
Do you even think that we need to draft anything on offense right now besides maybe a backup tackle or something?
Left tackle.
Well,
we can get one.
No, there's 2. Well, I wasn't even thinking that.
I just don't think we can go in the first or second round with nobody on the tackle because
no, we can't. I mean, let's what falls to us. That's the only way.
Yeah.
Well, Orlando's last year is next year, and hey, he's going to be our starting left tackle next year, and he's okay. Like, but he was never a good athlete. Like, you got to draft a future guy. Like, if that's the first round pick, sure. If Gooseby comes out from Texas, that's my guy because he's an actual left tackle with huge upside.
I got a question. This might sound crazy. Crazy.
I want to say the other position on offense, KP, before your question, is a slot wide receiver, a speedster. We need that, and I think you can get that on day 3, like a Kevin Coleman Jr. from Missouri. A Xavier Thomas from LSU, a Barian Brown from LSU. Like,
yeah, the Coleman kid, I know him from Missouri high school days. Yeah, he's pretty quick. The thing I was going to ask you was, as athletic as Mims is, could he not play left tackle?
I've asked Dale the same question, man.
He's more athletic than Brown, but he's just not nasty though. He's just not nasty. He's kind of nice.
I think about it because, yeah, if you're in a position to draft a Spencer Fano or a Francis Malinoa from Miami, like a Fano from Utah, and you want them on the right side, if you thought Mims could slide to the left, it would be nice, right, to have that for your future. And one of them could play right guard next year, like I think Fano or Malinoa could play right guard while Orlando's still here and then be left tackle of the future. Man,
you might be right. You might be right because they're playing.
It's
better.
A tough question, but I don't know. Like, I hate to move a guy who's on like a Pro Bowl trajectory career on the right side in Mims.
Yeah.
Like it's
yeah.
one of those things. It's a risk, but
I
it's
think
a
it depends
risk
on how
that
the draft goes.
if that risk pans out, that Mims moves to the left and still plays the way he's playing now and continues to get better, then it was a great move to protect Joe's blind side with Mims, who looks phenomenal.
I think it depends on how the draft goes, who they can get. If, like I said, if for some, which that's going to happen, but this year or next year, if a left tackle falls to them, then no, they'll draft a left tackle. But I can totally see the Bengals thinking that because it's
Man, I don't even think. I think I would. Man, it's crazy.
I wouldn't make that my plan. I would not make that my plan.
I might.
But it would be your,
What I'm saying is, I might. Like, I might be with KP here, and because I talked about earlier in the season, I'm like, and also Orlando started his career as a right tackle in Baltimore.
yes, he did.
So, like,
I mean,
if
Broderick Jones moved
Mims-
from right tackle to left, didn't he? Broderick Jones.
yeah,
Broderick
he
Jones
played a
went to
lot of
Georgia.
left. He played a lot of left at Georgia. I feel like
Did Mims never play left at Georgia?
No,
Nah, he
no,
played right.
Okay.
That's the part that holds me up. Is like he didn't practice apparently, but practice.
We talk about practice, but the thing is, he's young. He wouldn't even be in college that long. So I mean, that's everything. You got to look at it that way too. And he's so athletic. I mean, I could see him athletically being able to do it. That's why I've brought this up on my show before. Is that I think athletic he could do it. How good he can do it, I don't know.
Well, it's just it's a muscle memory type thing too. When a guy's so comfortable on one side, that's the part that worries me. But I'm like, I don't know, man. That's why I said it would be an off-season thing. I said it earlier in the season. Like, I would make it a plan if you think he can, because then he's just training. He's muscle training his whole off-season to do it. Like, you have to decide when the season ends, you're switching to left. Work your ass off to do it.
So
he's athletic enough. That's half the battle.
So talk about the stance. You triggered a memory. I talked to Orlando Brown about this. How hard was it to switch from right to left? And he compared it to a fighter stance. You know, if you're right-handed, you kind of
from a right hand to a southpaw.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, you kind of do the same. He's like, that's kind of how it is. He goes, it's like you said, Dale, it's muscle memory, but you can do it. You just gotta work at it. And that's the best thing he could compare it to is how to switching from being a right-handed puncher to a left-handed puncher, because you got your dominant hand at the left tire should be your left hand, which is kind of
he's not going to want to do it as part of it too. Like Orlando's not going to want to switch back to right for next season.
No,
that's that. No. I'm not. This is after.
No, I know, but that would be part of it. Like if you were going to move him, like in Orlando one season, like because I would move him if I'm going to move him, I'd do it now. I wouldn't do it a year from now when contract.
Do it during the season.
No. I'm saying this off season, not after
the
next year with Orlando. You know what I mean? Like,
Jonah Williams didn't want to go from left to right, and they made him. So
they've
done it before.
It's a good problem to have and to even consider with a certain kind of guy, but it's kind of crazy, man. I really feel bad for the Chargers, man. How do you lose both of those guys? Your left and your right. After your right move to the left to cover your left. Like, that's insane, man.
They're good. And those guys are so good. Like Slater and Joe are phenomenal tackles. Yeah, that's a tough season when you lose. Like, that's just one of those, like, yep.
I would have loved the Bengals to draft either one of them, but we were never in any position to draft either one of them. No,
neither one. But I think Mims is just a cut below alt to me. Just a cut below alt. And
he's so young, KP. He's got his window, his ceiling is so high. He can get so much better.
Yeah, he can get so much better, and I think he will over time. I think he did a good job on Mike Green when I seen him on Mike Green last week. So
I think he's done a good job in general this year.
Yeah, he did. He's done better and better over time. But yeah, I think Dale is right. Safety, interior line, and maybe slot wide receiver. But man, dude, that just shows you how bad these drafters being every time we talk about this. Because you miss on Burton, you got Charlie Jones. All you got him for is a kick return. Yep. Like, dude,
that goes back to what I said earlier. They can't get out from under that. No matter how the season's going, you still can throw that in their face.
Low key, Gary Brightwell being called up is a better kick returner than Charlie Jones too.
Wow.
He is. He
Yeah,
is.
see,
Like,
and Charlie Jones is probably only playing because of he was drafted. Like it's crazy, man.
13-7
because
Oregon at halftime.
we had so much hope for Charlie Jones when he first got drafted, and his production as a wide receiver has been zero.
Yeah.
It's just a couple kick returns.
Well,
That's it.
Tinsley's taking any.
well,
risks he
I want to talk Tinsley too because I don't think we did.
No, we haven't.
I
Yeah,
mean, we might have a
Tinsley's
little.
Tinsley
on
can
that
play.
post-game show, but
I'll tell you this, Dale.
He can get
Tinsley,
open, but dude, he ruined a great opportunity. Like he had a bad game.
Run.
Yeah, he did.
The deep ball finished running. He stopped. You talk about, is that what you're
Yeah,
talking
and
about?
it wasn't just that. There was other plays like 50-50 type balls and like even that one in the end zone. Like that was there in his hands. If he cleanly catches that, his butt hits the ground. Like,
hey, Dale,
on
I
another
think he's going to
play.
get a better chance against Buffalo because T's going to be back.
Man, I don't. I think he
You don't?
should. No, I think he should. I don't think he will because
No, he might.
love Yoshi.
He might not though.
They
He might not though because
fucking
you know who we
love
forget.
Yoshi.
We forgetting about Mike too. Mike is back.
Yeah,
Mike is back
True.
too. So yeah, it
Hey.
pushes him further down.
Mhm.
Yeah, it pushes him further down. He might have missed it. Yeah, you're right.
I would love Tinsley to get more of those snaps and even play Jamar in the slot more with Tinsley on the outside. You know.
I love
But
Jamal
man,
slot.
talking
Love
about
him.
all this does, like you mentioned him, but it does kind of low-key piss me off about Jermaine Burton over and over
Oh,
again.
It's a waste
Because
of
we've
jacket.
gotten a nothing burger out the dude. A nothing.
Well,
So essentially,
do
we
you-
paid.
How do you waste your talent? Like he is wasting so much talent. I didn't
Dude, he's
want
worse
the
than
draft.
worse than Josh Gordon, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At least Josh Gordon made the Pro Bowl.
He had
Did he?
that. Jermaine Burton had that.
I thought
one
Josh
cool
Gordon made a
catch.
Pro Bowl one year.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think so. Yeah, he balled out in Cleveland for a bit.
The only thing I remember positive about Jermaine Burton is he had that one cool catch against the Chiefs last season.
That's all he did, man.
That's it.
That's all he's done.
That was it. That was the second game of the year, man. He really hasn't played since then. I halftime he's not even dressing.
I mean, it's self-sabotage type shit
Yeah,
too.
well, my
You
question
can
is,
say
why
he's
is he-
injured, this, that, and the other.
Why
But
so
man,
deep?
I have heard too many. And listen, not everything you hear is true. Imagine that, right? Don't take everything for gospel. But I have heard too many things from people in the know that Burton is a self-sabotaging dude.
Yeah.
Hey, same thing I hear about a lot of the Chiefs players because I'm in Kansas City. I'm not that far from the stadium and all of that. Man, the Chiefs players, you be crazy. You think they got it all buttoned up until you live here, and you'll find out. You'll find out quick.
Probably them damn receivers, dude. Receivers are divas, to be fair.
And the corners too. That's who usually do the most.
Yeah,
The receivers and the
yeah.
corners, man.
Yeah.
Okay, if Iceman remember this name. You remember Dale Carter?
Yeah.
Dale Carter was hell on wheels in Kansas City, man.
Yeah. Was he?
Yeah, he was hell on wheels in Kansas City. But at the time when he was playing, he was
Yeah.
he was like a top 5 corner. At his best.
Wait,
At his
didn't the
best, he
Bengals
was
sign
pretty
him?
good. I don't remember. I remember Dale Carter leaving here, and who
I
did
think
he go
that
to?
was back in the 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was a '90s player. He was on
Yeah,
the team with Derek Thomas and
Yeah. I
and
think
all those
the
guys.
Bengals signed him. I do. I don't remember what year, but I think they did
Yeah.
sign him. Yeah.
Dale Carter
Yeah.
was a headache, man. He was a headache.
Well, he came to Cincinnati. He got to party some more.
Yeah. I mean, you know who reminds me of him? Because I've
Who?
heard stories about this guy.
Who?
CTB.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, I've heard stories too, and it makes me sad. He's injured now. He was playing better football. I don't know. I love that family. Jeff loves
Me too.
that family, but
Mhm.
I ain't gonna lie that I heard stories too.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's annoying for guys like us who we don't have that talent, and to see those guys who have it and waste it.
Oh, yeah.
It just
But a lot
it's
of the
heartbreaking
times,
and it pisses you off all at the same time.
you can see it in high school level. I think I told Dale this. I know the kid from Iowa State personally. I know the kid from Iowa State personally. Me and Dale was talking about defensive tackle picks, right?
Right.
And
big
I
boy,
told
the
Dale,
big
I
boy.
said, I told Dell, I said he's got all the athleticism and all that. The motor just ain't there.
Bro, that motor ain't there on tape. Like, I don't know him personally, and that motor ain't there on tape.
And when the motor ain't there, like it's like we would be in high school games, and I'm looking like you're 6'4", 350 plus. There's no way even 2 high school dudes could take you because the guards and centers in high school is too small. They're just too small.
That's the problem, KP. They didn't have to work that hard in high school.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
and they think they can do the same. It's just like I'll put it this way. My son is smart as hell. Thank God he got his mother's brains. I kept telling him when you go to college, you have to work harder. Well, yeah, okay, Dad, whatever. Well, he didn't, and he struggled the first couple of years. He's got his act back together, and he's got a good job and everything now. But it's hard to tell somebody who, like, hey, you can't do the same stuff you did in high school. You got to work. The higher you go up, the harder you got to work. I mean, just like I said about Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow watches everything he eats. Like, that's what you had to do. Jamar Chase, I don't watch everything he eats, but I mean, him and T. Higgins, they worked their ass off for this stuff. Yes, they have God-given talent, but if you don't do anything with it, and you want to go party and chase the girls, and dude, you can do that stuff after football's done. You're going to be an NFL player. You're going to be a millionaire. You can go do that when you're in your 30s or 40s or whenever your career's done. But now's the time to take advantage of that. When you see guys that don't and have all the time in the world, it's frustrating. It's like, you just want to wake him up.
Like, it really is crazy too, because he has one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league. You know what I mean? That's throwing the ball to him, and he automatically would be getting the benefit of the doubt because he has an all-pro receiver on one side and a Pro Bowl level guy on the other side. It's like watching the greatest show on turf or something if they were the Rams. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like when the Rams had Oz Hakeem always had single coverage, and nobody could really cover him like that.
Because they had Torrey Holt and Isaac Bruce that were getting the coverage there.
Yep.
And Marshall Faulk come out of the backfield.
Falk.
Yeah.
Bro, speaking of Marshall Faulk, and I'm not comparing this guy, but shout out Chase Brown. Like, early in the season, was struggling.
He's right.
But now it's like, oh no, Chase Brown, he looks more elusive, more quick, and they're using him right out of the backfield, rushing the ball. Shout out Chase Brown.
How many yards did he have Thursday? Do you know offhand?
Well, over 100 total, all purpose, because it broke a Bengals record for games in a row.
Okay.
But rushing wise, I think it was under 100. It was like 80 or so when I looked. And
how nice was getting Samaje back? The battering ram.
Bro, he's the glue guy. Like, I said that. I said that to Greg and now. I was like, that's a glue guy.
He's a glue guy.
No, he tough yards, but his blocking, that touchdown pass to Yoshi doesn't happen if he don't just get enough of that block. Work his ass off to get it. Samaje Perine is freaking tastic, man. I love that guy.
He is. I'm so happy he's back. Back again. Samaje's back. Tell a friend. Samaje's back. Samaje's back. Samaje's back.
So, Chase, I just looked this up on my phone. Chase Brown had 15 carries for 78 yards, and he was averaging 5.2 yards a carry.
Woo, 5.2. That's pretty good. Did we run for over 100 total, Kevin?
Yes, because P. Ryan had 14 carries for 38 yards, and then Joe Burrow 3 for 8, and then Sample had 1 for 3 yards.
How surprised were you guys to see how good Burrow could move?
That was huge. Huge.
Before the game, he's like, I'm not planning on running. And then the very first one, they roll him out. I'm like, oh, God.
And then in between, he's on the sideline in between drives, taking off his shoe off and then putting it back on.
The quarterback sneak with him, too. I'm like, oh, that's kind of risky. But I'm like, all right, let's go.
You got to get that first down, brother.
Got to get it. And they got it. He got it. I was like, we're going to test that toe out real quick.
One thing I hope he learned from Joe Flacco, that it's okay to throw the ball away, not play hero ball all the time.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Exactly. I don't think this game's ever coming back on.
Go Bearcats.
Well, they're not going to play it, apparently.
I don't know if they are or not. I haven't seen anything. It's not on. It's got the halftime show. Trying to look Twitter if I see anything.
Some RJ, Pork Chop says he's pooping and getting ready for work.
Congratulations.
Maybe I did compare him to Marshall Faulk. Chase Brown is the new Marshall Faulk. You heard it here first.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hey, guys. You want to know something?
What?
Ohio State beat the Buckeyes today. We don't give a damn.
Ohio
Michigan.
Oh, state of Michigan.
Oh,
state
state of Michigan. Don't give a damn for the whole state of Michigan. We're from Ohio.
We're
From Ohio. Oh, wait. We're from Ohio. Ohio. We don't give a damn for the whole state of Michigan.
Whole state of Michigan. Whole state of Michigan. We don't give a damn for the whole state of Michigan. We're from Ohio.
Woo!
Yeah.
Screw you.
How much did you like it watching Buckeye Bruce X out the M in the end zone?
Dude. Listen.
Hey, listen.
It's petty, but I love it.
Heck yeah.
I didn't want the team to do no shit after the game on the field, plant flag, do any of that stuff. Win classy. But when your mascot writes OHIO in the snow and exits out the X in the end zone,
It was awesome.
that was phenomenal.
All right, so the Bearcats are going to take the field here in 15. It'll be a 15-minute warm-up. Of
Bearcats.
But hopefully they'll start playing this game sometime soon. Hopefully they'll win. That'd be great. It'd be wonderful.
Go Bearcats,
guys.
Jeff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's Dale. I did see that. That was pretty cool.
There it is. Yep, that's why I was just looking at that on Twitter. That's reminded me of it.
Oh, and I got highlights. I got highlights on at halftime. That's Tennessee, Vanderbilt. Oh, there's Jeremiah Smith. Now they're talking about, was that a fumble? It might have been.
Ohio State probably got away with one there, you
It was
know.
a fumble.
Oh, now here's Cardinal Tate. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Oh,
Man,
Julian Sand did that.
I am cooking in my basement here. It is hot.
It's fine here.
I did that just for Dale.
It's 53 degrees down here.
I'm in this corner here, and I got
heater.
I got two heat vents right here, and I'm like, man, I am hot.
I'm gonna fucking cry. It's so cold. My parents are gonna freeze. Man, boys, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. The Bengals got to win. Buckeyes got to win.
Go Buffalo.
Life is good.
Let's go Buffalo.
This guy Pork Chop, man, he can't even join the show while he's in the shower. I mean, that's kind of weak if we're being honest.
Yeah,
like,
he should definitely.
We're an hour and 40 minutes in.
Yeah,
Chop,
he should definitely join the show while he's in the shower.
Like you can't hop on for a few minutes. Like, come on, man.
At least while he's on the toilet or something.
Show us that taint, bro.
I mean,
I shouldn't have said that. Don't show us that.
Yeah.
Don't get us banned from
because he probably will. So how was it going to the Bengals game? I didn't get to see you at Dale.
I like Dale. I like that suit that you're wearing, Dale.
Oh yeah, this is the national champions.
National.
I like you had like a little pink suit at the Bengals game. I like that.
You had a pink suit at the Bengals game?
No, that wasn't real. That was AI.
Oh, okay.
I missed that one.
I'm Greg's fashion consultant, and then Money Marshall, he did an AI thing of a picture of mine, but he turned it to where I was like Del Vero. I had the chains and yeah, it was AI. Not everything you see is real.
Well, it's true.
Well, we are. We're real. Real as it gets, brah. Andrew's got a question for you.
Man, I thought it was close, Andrew. Like his elbow was over. I know they reviewed it. There was a player down, whatever. They reviewed it. I think it was the right call not to call it a touchdown.
Oh, LSU sources expect Lane Kiffin to take the Tigers' job.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, but man, that's wild because they're going to be in the playoffs. So are they going to let him coach, or is he going to LSU immediately? Like
that's up to Ole Miss. What do they want to do?
Bruh, that shit's wild.
I wonder how Chop feels about Lane Kiffin, possibly the next LSU coach.
Oh, he's happy. He told me to check my DM. My God, there's got to be a butthole picture.
Is he sliding into your DMs? I'm afraid to look at mine. Do I have one? No, thank God I don't.
I don't have one. He was joking, I guess.
Talking about Chop sliding in your DMs?
All right, boys. It's cold as fuck down here. Angela Dawkins don't love us. He didn't even hop in. But
I know. I text him and everything. Give him some love on the show anyway. I thought I wanted to get him on the show. I was trying to get him to come on.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That would have been awesome.
I'm pumped, man. I'm glad I seen that. Let's go.
Shout out to Doc. He's a real one. He's awesome.
No, he is.
The only reason I know him is because of you.
That's not true.
That is true. That's the only reason I know
He
him.
would have been. He loves the Bengals, dude. He loves the Buckeyes. Like,
Yeah, but you had to jump through hoops to get him on the show the first time.
yeah. Well, I wouldn't say I jumped through hoops. I had to message Adam or whoever it was. I think his name was Adam. I'm like, oh man, this ain't gonna be good. Like they're gonna immediately be like, hell no, we ain't letting them on your dumbass show. Like, hell.
So speaking of wrestling, who you think wins Survivor Series tonight?
Come on, man. No, I love wrestling, but like, come on, I ain't excited for tonight. Like, whatever. I did think it was
War
real
games.
funny. When Brock Lesnar fell on that ramp and did a roll, that shit was funny. That was funny.
Dude, it's War Games. They started this in 1987. Dusty Rhodes, son of a plumber. Yeah. It's his creation, man.
Oh, I mean, it don't matter who wins or loses. I just hope everyone has fun.
I'm going to have fun watching it. I'm going to be drinking beer and watch it. And I'm probably not going to be able to watch the end of the Bearcat game because they're taking forever to come back on the freaking show. Damn it.
All right, boys. I think I'm gonna end this one. Hour and 42 in. We'll let Kevin plug them Brew jackets, baby.
Yeah.
Yes. Shout out to Dale and Jeff. Thank you for having me on again. I appreciate it. Good to talk to you. And good to see Jeff at the Blue Jackets outdoor game. That was fun. Always fun.
That was like almost a year ago now.
Now we're going on 8 months now.
Yeah, February.
8 months. But
that was cold as hell.
it was very cold, but that's what you want for an outdoor hockey game. And the Blue Jackets won. So it's great. You know, the Blue Jackets did what Ohio State did today, which is they beat Michigan. So
that's ass, baby.
So it's great.
It's great.
So, you know, every Sunday / Monday, if the Blue Jackets play on a Sunday, then it goes to Monday. Because shows don't do well on when the day when the Blue Jackets play. But generally speaking, 9 times out of 10, check out Brew Jackets, 7:00 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube and Twitter. Of course, it's a show that Dale started with me, and now it's me and my awesome co-host, Hefty Duck, where we talk about what's going on in the Blue Jackets world.
Lance.
Okay, Lance.
Yes, I know, but he's Hefty Duck to me.
He's a Hefty Duck in our hearts.
That's right. He's Hefty Duck, and we talk about what's going on in the Blue Jackets world. Talk about the games they played and so much news going on in the Blue Jackets world. Our next show is this upcoming Sunday at 7:00 p.m. Eastern Time. Woo! Sunday, November 30th at 7:00 p.m. Eastern Time, live on YouTube and Twitter. So you should check that out. What's going on in the Blue Jackets world, and don't forget, got to check out Union Blue Soldiers. Check out Union Blue Soldiers. It's a fun Blue Jackets themed group that I do. We do marches to cheer on the Blue Jackets. We march on from our bar to Nationwide Arena to cheer on the Blue Jackets. It's a lot of fun. The Blue Jackets have featured our marches on the scoreboard at Blue Jacket games and on social media. It's been on TV in the Columbus media and so much more. So check out Union Blue Soldiers. Check out Union Blue Soldiers, a fun Blue Jackets themed fan group that I run. So check out Union Blue Soldiers.
Check out.
All right, Kevin. Love you, brother. See you, bro.
Later, Kev. I really think Kevin's a bigger star than we are.
Don't give a damn for the whole state of Michigan.
Can't with Santa right now.
What's up, Santa?
My bad.
All right, there's still time to get off that naughty list.
Sorry, they're Bengals fans. We've been nothing but nice. All right. We've not been good this year, but hey, we making a comeback. We making a comeback.
Yeah, we are. Let's go, Doc. Yeah, we are.
Yeah. Can you say OH? OH.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Can't stay long. I just wanted to come in and say what's up to y'all boys, you know? I.O.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
We just got done watching Dale just got done watching your video on Twitter. He was fired up and laughing at the same time.
Hey man, that's how we roll, bro. We gotta let these dudes know they've been talking too much smack. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you notice they guarded the middle of the M like they ass they already been whooped.
Yeah.
Hey, we was already celebrating with their fans. Like, hey, what up? What up? Hey, look, it's a great day to be a Buckeye. You know what I'm saying? It's a great day to be a Buckeye, you know? It snowed. Michigan got their ass whooped. And the day is great. I love it.
Gary.
What? Got their patooties whooped. Sorry. They got their patooties whooped.
There. We say it for you, Doc. They got their asses whooped.
Thank you. Today is a great day. You know?
Yes,
it is a great day. Such a good day.
Hey.
You can't be loud.
All right. I had to say bye-bye.
See you, Doc.
Hey, who day? OHIO. Let's make a push for the playoffs, baby. Let's go.
That's my boy. That's what I'm saying. Let's go.
Let's go.
See you, Doc. Love that dude.
Perfect way to end it. Let's fucking go. Fuck up the ass, baby. OH. Michigan. Fuck you. Eat our dicks, Michigan.
Yeah.